This is a tutorial on how to take the 3D puzzle that you've drawn and convert it into a laser engravable file. So to start off with, if you've done all your files right and your borders and things, I should be able to come up to the turn layers on off dialog box here, and if I turn off the border will disappear. And if I also want to turn off the dimensions, I can click on the light and the dimensions will turn off and I'm left with just the drawing. So that's my object that I want to convert and put onto Laser Engraver now. Now the next step is to actually change the limits to match the Laser Engraver. So Laser Engraver bed is 24 by 12, so I'm just going to type in limits and hit enter. And then the lower left limits will be 0, 0. The upper right corner now will be 24 by 12. Okay, and now it's changed. You see nothing on the screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my grid on, and I'm going to right mouse click on the grid and go settings. And down here, I got display dotted grid in 2D model space. I want that checked. And display grid beyond limits, I want to uncheck that, because that way it gives me just the laser engraver bed. So I hit OK. Okay, so now when I actually zoom out, okay, and on my screen I got to zoom A for all. Okay, there's my bed. You can see the dots kind of end there and the dots end there. So, okay, there's the actual bed of my laser engraver now. Now what I need to do is convert the lines to a color that the laser engraver sees. So I'm going to highlight the entire drawing, or all the objects. Up top here, under color control, I'm going to switch it to red. And finally over here, line weight, I'm going to change that to 0.05 millimeters. Okay, and I'll just hit escape. And there's now my colors. Okay. So now the laser engraver should be able to see the color red, which is a cutting color. Now the last thing I need to do is I'm going to move all the objects up to the corner, because this is the actual bed and I want the plastic that I'm going to cut to be in the upper right corner. So I'm just going to highlight each one, M for move, okay, click on it, and you can see I can only go straight that way, so I have ortho on. So I'm just going to come down here, click ortho. Now I can move it to where I want, so I'm going to put it somewhere up in there. And I'll highlight the next one, M for move, select somewhere, drag up close, and again, M for move, oops, excuse me, zoom, A for all, I'll highlight it, M for move, and like this. Okay, so now I have my objects close together up in the upper right corner. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is plot it or print it. So I go File, Plot Preview, and you'll see right now it's defaulted probably to an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It kind of looks funny. So I go Print Settings. And on the printer settings dialog box, I want to, under device, I want to change the printer to the VLS 3.50, which is also known as the laser engraver. Okay, on mine I call it this, but on the computer where you actually print this is called laser engraver. Okay, you'll notice that the bed changes to 24 by 12, the paper size, and landscape. And then the next thing I need to do is under scale, is I want to print it to the limits, because I want the whole 24 by 12. And the last thing is here under print scale. This is very important. You need to make sure that it's scaled 1:1. So I'm cutting it exactly what I've drawn it is going to be cut out in real life 1:1 size. Now if I hit print preview, you'll see that there it is on the screen. Okay, so I'm ready to go. Unfortunately, because of the version of this program, this black stuff at the top will always be there. Okay, what we'll do later on is actually get rid of it using the laser engraver. Okay, so I just hit print and it prints off. You don't see anything go. Okay, and I'm going to stop right there and end the demo, and I'll pick up on how to actually use the laser engraver.